Yeah, I ain't even call your name, Scud.
That's crazy. It be your own people, bro.
Gang, I didn't say brother Dale. However you say your name, Scud. I ain't say your shit.
What are you trying to do, man?
What's up? Ain't nobody hooping? What's up? Tell you ain't hooping? All right, bet. What's up, Tyrus? You ain't hooping? Killer? Hooping? We got a 1, a 2, a 3. We need a big and fucking. How much you playing a my career game, bro? If you don't quit that shit.
First game in the pros. Blowing up.
Makes sense.
What up, Killer? You ain't hooping? You said you'll be back? Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna just. We got 10 niggas in here. I can't even get 2.
On his first 20-point game.
What's that, shoe?
An amazing feeling.
Hey, gang, you wanna run ones? That nigga that's laughing, that nigga Dale, nigga. You wanna see me, Scud? You got quiet. You ain't laughing now.
Nah, bro, I don't want to see you, bro. I'm good, dog.
Yeah. Then mute your mic then when you wanna laugh then, nigga.
Nah, I'm gonna laugh.
Nigga, before I spank you.
That sounds some gay ass shit.
I'll spank you, gang, and then get you kicked out the party because you shitty.
Why be your own black people, bro? I swear to God, bro. This was wrong with fucking goddamn.
Shut up.
This was wrong with fucking wiggers, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. And then you wonder why I be crashing out on my own people.
You don't crash out on shit. Your name Brother Dale. Your name is Brother Dale.
Nigga, I do crash out on shit. I do crash out on shit.
Shut up.
You damn right. I steal your bitch.
Oh my God. That's how you know niggas be corny when they say shit like that.
I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl. Stupid motherfucker.
He perked out. You know, that's what. Hey, Pino, that's what lame. That's what corny niggas say when they ain't got shit else to say. Oh, take your bitch. Shut your bitch ass up. You ain't taking shit from me.
That's what your mouth says.
Yeah, you corny.
What you want?
What's up? You already pull up. We need a big though.
Bro, you know I ain't got no bid.
No, I'm saying pull up. We only need one more. We need a center. Our center in the my career game. Gang, nobody want to hear you listening to Vaughn, gang. You was fucked up.
I mean, it's capping, bro.
We can start playing Vaughn. Oh, who played that? Oh, I thought that was the other nigga I was talking shit to.
Nah, I don't listen to wigger music.
Wow. Bro, I don't know, bro. Sometimes you gotta just ignore people, bro.
For me, yeah, she called Bobby yesterday.
They ain't even talking about now.
Called like 3 times.
Hey, Rocket. Bro, we might as well run these threes, bro. We got 11 niggas in here, bro. We need a fucking center. I'm about to call Nug, bro. Fuck Nug, go. He the center. I need a center. Oh, you gone. Fuck. Man, I thought you was at home. I was trying to say, bro, we need a center.
They'll tip off a road trip in Toronto.
I swear, bro, I can't stand other people, bro.
Then on Tuesday, they're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward.
He's checked in for Denver. Russell Westbrook comes in for Christian Brown. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Dunn's checked in. Hearing scouts talk about MP before the draft, the one concern they had was his hesitations to take over games himself.
And I think that's just how MP is wired, right? He's always been a team-first player, even if that means sacrificing his own shot a bit too often.
And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here, you can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not getting
You should be good.
enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Zubac, the pass to Harden. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Harden's got 5 points so far. Pass to MP. Westbrook gets a screen from Pope. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Powell. He's got 5. Lets a floater go. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. MP outside. Back to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic with the screen on Leonard. MP passes to Jokic. Count the basket. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dunn outside. Harden sets the pick for Dunn. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Denver leading by 6. Pass to Pope. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Jokic. Offline with his 3.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Zubac finds Dunn. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
MP against Leonard. The drive by MP. Jokic and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Jokic is such an intelligent player. He'll bait guys into a foul, whether it's with the pump fake or something else.
And he can't get the first one. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Zubac. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Porter. Back to MP. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by Coffee.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And that one's on target from the wing. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Nuggets on top, up 5. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far.
Good time.
A chance now to catch up on some numbers here with the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And such a great job of being active and aggressive with their hands. They're just putting ball handlers on their heels.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jones and Zubac make up the Dunn is out there with Simmons. And it's Coffee in at the 3 spot. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Los Angeles, they've made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Like looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Denver making his... Brown's checked in. The shot's good from Westbrook.
Clever play call by Westbrook, making the right move at the right time to bust up the D and get that shot.
And Simmons kicks to Zubac. A 3 from Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Jordan.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Jones against MP. Fires from the line. It's hauled in by Dunn. Clippers trail by 7.
Look at the future, man.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Simmons inside. Porter with the steal. MP with it. Jones covering to the middle. Here's Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
And that's what Jordan does best. An extremely lethal dunk.
Done outside. Jones on the wing. He's covered by Westbrook. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much.
Substitution on the field. And so here are the Clippers. 8-point game. Pass to Jones. Outside, Simmons. A 3-ball. And again, no good by the Clippers. Passed out in for Denver. They won that game against Oklahoma City. And there's the call on Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Wide open look here for Murray. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. This game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Jones against MP. 6 to shoot. Motion. No stopping MP.
Great example there of the way MP's game around the rim continues to grow and develop.
Outside Leonard. Oh, and he just jams it right over MP. Wow.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Down low is Pope. What a move, MP.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Harden against Murray. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 3 points. Leonard's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Clippers. Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Pope. It's stolen by Jones. They push it up 4 on 3. Harden with it. Watson's there. Harden dishes to Leonard. 9 feet out. Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Murray against Harden. A 3 from MP. Hits it from 3-point range. Pope's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Trying to make it 6-11,
and he banks in the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Power forward.
Murray outside. And a wide open look for MP. Pass to Watson. Lets it go with the 3. And Simmons with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. Outside, Bogdanovich. On the wing, Jones. Buries it from 3-point range. Jones has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes
6-11. 6-11.
It's good. A taste of how competitive MP can be. He wanted to go right back at him.
Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Even from over here, you can see that was pretty clear.
The Clipper. And so it's MP making things happen for the Denver Nuggets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome to... Well, it doesn't get much better than this, fellas.
Are you joking? Could be much better. We had something other than veggies and hummus.
All right, guys, let's talk about our game. The LA Clippers are in a close one.
They should just keep shooting three-pointers. It's worked well for them. Why ever?
And that about wraps it up. And as the...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen... Substitution here for the Clippers. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. Chris Dunn's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Simmons subbed in for James Harden. 1:56 left in the third. Floats one. Porter with the block.
The size of Porter can sneak up on you. He's a surprising 6'10". Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players, but his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
They've got Michael Porter. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Pope. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Dropper in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Simmons on the wing.
I'm trying to shoot.
Just 5 to shoot. With the fadeaway. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Pope. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
To the inside, Westbrook with the steal. The shot and game clock separated by 4. MV finds Jordan. On the wing, MV. Defended by Jones. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, when you watch MP, you can see the burst he has on the floor. Very explosive young player.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And you really have to like what they're doing at the line in this half. Free throw percentage now up around 92%.
Al Harden, 10 points for him. Simmons, a screen on Westbrook. It's Harden with the drive. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Denver holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Defensively, they have gotten... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden. Then there's Bogdanovic. Then it's Simmons. And it's Jones in at the 4 spot.
And I want to see more of this. Bogdan getting assertive and just forcing his will on the D.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
MP looking around. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 21. And Simmons kicks to Bogdanovich.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Pass to Jones. Now here's Simmons. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And the Clippers get another bucket right there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard.
Damn.
You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Damn.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach.
It's a great finish!
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. He's fantastic at sensing when one of his guys has got some freedom.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And again, Denver no good. Clippers trail by 17. Done with it. Pass to Harden. Kicks it out to Jones. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Gordon's checked in for Powell. He's checked in. And Denver has possession. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And, Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court.
And you know, Coach, guys who are really productive, like Jamal Murray, often have turnover issues. But you know what? He really doesn't struggle with that.
No, he doesn't. And that's one of the great things about him, Kevin. He can be that aggressive but stay under control and take care of the ball. Always poised. Nothing seems to bother him.
That's an added quality that you don't see with a lot of guys who shoot and score as much as he does. 233. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Simmons. And Simmons is right there.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Denver leading by 17. Murray, the pass to Pope. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And again, Denver no good. The Clippers have gotten just under 45% of their attempted shots in the fourth. 4 of 9.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Here's MP, and the shot is good. And that's 19 points for MP.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
To the paint.
Even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Denver. What?
Substitution on the floor.
46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Right on the bucket.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Los Angeles now. It's a 14-point game. It's Jones on the wing. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
MP with it. Well guarded by Dunn. MP, no good. And so here are the Clippers. Here's Simmons, and stolen by MP. And now the Nuggets, fast break. And Watson with the basket on the assist by MP. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one.
He ain't fair to him. Right, that's right, MP. They can't stop you.
Yeah, MP.
Good job, MP. See.
What's up, everyone? It's Ronnie 2K. I'm live here at the arena. The vibe is crazy.
Hey, yo, what's up, bro?
Hey, MP, what's going on?
Do I know you?
Yeah, I'm Ronnie.
Wow, from the team. Okay, is that why you got the camera?
No. Ronnie 2K. I'm doing content, video games.
Oh, Ronnie 2K. Okay. That reminds me, man. Are you guys bringing back the Rebirth feature? That was
Yeah, man. It's back and better than ever. All you got to do is get a build to 90 and you unlock a bunch of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on Rebirth build.
Okay, like what, though?
Head start on level grinding, silver level badge unlocks, accelerated badge progression. There's a lot more. We can chop it up. We can talk about it. Like, you want to come on the live? Say what's up.
Hey, y'all doing? What's up, man? This is MP. Hey, I gotta go to practice, man. But I appreciate the offer. Always great running into you. Keep doing your thing, man.
You sure?
I'm sure, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. All right.
That's my guy. He's actually my best friend. Make sure you hit that like button.
Oh, bro.
Ronnie good for 150. What? Shit, better not be no bullshit. You said what? I don't know, man. You don't control the goddamn shit.
You might be wondering what this.
MP in the house. MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons. What's up, MP? Man, everything feels just a little off. Let's win and go home.
Yeah, 6'10".
Up next, the Raptors taking on the Nuggets. For the Raptors, the goal is to improve each time they take the floor, emphasizing communication and effort. Nuggets, Raptors, the NBA on 2K Sports.
What's that mean?
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Shorter rotation player, next man up mentality though. It does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be tough, but they've got to hold strong.
Now Denver's starting five. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the five, roaming the paint. And for the Raptors, Barnes and Pirtle down. Something that...
Here or there, but for the most part, MP lets his actions do the work, not his mouth. He's very mature and as focused of a rookie that you'll find.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for Brandon Ingram. MP's checked in for Denver. Russell Westbrook comes in for Brown. Back to Barnes. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And it's Denver with a rebound. Pass to Murray. And the three off target. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. 13-point lead. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do, much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Alec. Thank you. And again, it's Denver missing. Raptors lead by 18. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, BA. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Watson, he's checked in for Porter Jr. Back to Boucher. Pass to Quickly. Over Murray. They get it back. Quickly outside. Boucher on the screen. There's the triple, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
And they'll keep possession.
You're. Freedom. That boy Freedom here. John. A nigga just got on the game. Nigga just got on the game with the bus, man.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little obvious on the boards.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Pass to Quickly. There's a screen. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Nuggets trail by 17.
Hey, send the invite game so I can.
Now here's Westbrook. Back to MP. Yeah. Tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. He's really been spectacular lately. Here's your Western Conference Player of the Week, Nikola Jokic.
He's a great example of what a modern big looks like. He's so much more than just a big in the paint. And that versatility is a big part of what makes him such an outstanding player.
Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Abaji comes in for Dick. Jordan's checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Watson. MP against Barnes. MP no good. Toronto leading by 17. Pass to Barnes. Rebounded by Dillon. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it in.
What? Not like get her.
All right, but make sure you follow me.
Oh man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
And you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
50 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Barnes. The rebound by MP.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
23 seconds left in the first quarter. Westbrook, the pass to MP. Down low. And there's Jordan on the assist by Porter.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
To the inside. Barnes, no good.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for Toronto. On the glass, he was an absolute tyrant, just owning the boards. More NBA on 2K. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
They've got Scotty Barnes. He's out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Abaji in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Oh, a wise move by MP. Calling his own numbers in the two-man game.
Here's Shed.
If I find a jump shot, you near me.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Shed's got his first 2 points of the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Still, why this nigga got a big ass body, bro?
bad.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Unable to get that one.
With the other one?
And so MP will bring it up for Denver. Down by 12. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. Kicks it out to Westbrook. MP, the pass to Westbrook. Top of the key jumper, no good. Toronto leading by 12. Here's Shed. Pass to Walter. His first shot attempt. He's off on that one. MP right side. From outside the arc. MP making a long-range connection.
Displaying the range right there. Good to see MP taking and making that kind of shot.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Denver making a change here. Brown's checked in. All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year. 4th, Denver.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Here's Shed. Back to Barnes. Boucher a screen on MP. From the line. And again, Toronto, no good. Nuggets trail by 9. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, BA. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Jamal Murray is checked in for the Nuggets. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, BA. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Denver has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. MP, the flush.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to Abaji. Fires the 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds in the game. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
On the wing, MP. Playing the Clippers, he was nearly unstoppable. The Nuggets need to get one up. Getting it done inside, MP.
They're really working the paint now.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Shed. Pass to Abaji. There's the 3. Porter pulls it in.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
MP right side. Here's Jordan. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
To the middle. Here's Walter. Here's Shed. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, it just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Murray, no good. Toronto's gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
A different look for Denver. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Jordan, and it's Watson in for Michael Porter. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Excellent play by MP at the rack. You got to take that risk every now and then.
Here's Ingram, his 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
MP's shot is good.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
The Raptors with a lead. Outside Ingram.
let's go.
Loads from 13, and the shot's good. Ingram's got 11 points.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
And it's in there.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Pass to MP. From downtown. Yes. And it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one. Toronto has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Quickly finds Pirtle. Outside Dick. Here's Shed.
Get your team for I play against you though.
Inside. Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Making it look so easy right now. Once Ingram catches fire like this, he finds ways to stay high.
Cope's shot is good.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Pass to Ingram. Dick with it. Defended by Watson. Outside Dick for 3. Gets rolled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
That's the Dick. Outside Ingram. Takes a 3. On target from range. Ingram's got 9 points now in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
MP outside. And here's Watson. The 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Quickly deciding where to go with it.
All right, let me try it. Hey,
pass to Ingram. On the wing, Grady Dick. Quickly outside. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. And the Raptors another 3. 19 seconds left in the first half. MP with it. Jokic passes to MP. Outside Murray. Offensive rebound.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
A big-time effort from Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for the
We still got the control of the controller.
hunting for opportunities.
You good? You take a screenshot. I know the control. I know the build tough. The screenshot the shit.
All right. Y'all could have sworn you were MVP last night. I'm weak. That's what I'm really
leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back after this.
As long as I know I got a good team, y'all know I'm gonna win though, for real. At the same time, too, so long.
And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different.
And in our game with the Raptors, a close, entertaining first half.
You look at their success so far, and the result is...
I do got one cat burger.
And that's a wrap on halftime.
Got one cat burger. I'll put that cat burger on real quick.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited
until he got the looks he wanted. Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
You talking about two-way game? My point guard, two-way support? Nah.
And here's Murray on the court for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. And it's Murray in at point guard.
This is exactly what an MVP candidate looks like. Jokic can carry the team, yet totally unselfish.
With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic. For Denver, MP's checked in for Gordon. Strawler comes in for Brown. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Jamal Murray. Westbrook, the pass to MP.
Yeah, I'm about to
Bobo with a rebound. Raptors trail by 8. Quickly outside. Pass to Abaji.
Oh, dang. I ain't know they got
Here's
bills like this, my nigga.
It's not going to go for him. Great D that time for Jokic.
Bills like this, my nigga.
Westbrook, the pass to MP. Rebound, Toronto. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I agree.
Quickly from outside. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets lead by 8. Now MP. 28 points for him. Pass to Jokic. Here's Strawler. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic.
Oh, no, nigga.
Jokic has got assist number 7 tonight.
That nigga trying to be real.
Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Quickly outside. Here's Walter. The 3 is up. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 9 rebounds now. MP outside. Pass to Jokic. Rebound Toronto. Lobo's got 4 rebounds now. Now quickly. Boucher a screen on MP. The 3 is up. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build.
I think you got the same dose. I think I got a
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah. And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone. That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Walter, and it's Boucher in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass. Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Good D, boy.
Shoots a fadeaway. And MP with a nice bucket inside. MP's got 30.
Yeah, MP capitalizing on being so close to the hoop.
Here's Shed. Pass to Mobo. Puts up a 3. Nails it from 3. Mobo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
I'm going
to credit the screen. That's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And stolen by Boucher. Here's Shed, defended by Murray. Mobo. Ooh, rejected by Jordan. Westbrook, the pass to Murray. Down low. Here's MP, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
He's been really strong at the line since the break. No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
And he's good on the second. Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of it.
Pass to Westbrook. Here's the three. Rebound Toronto. Boucher's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Shed. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Albaji can't hit. The Nuggets lead by 9. MP looking around. Outside Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. Toronto has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Shed. Boucher outside. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time.
God damn.
And we've got 1:18 left in the fourth. From deep, MP. Rebounded by Ingram. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. It's a 14-point game.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Nuggets.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams. It sure is. It's just 2 gamers since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 they had tonight.
And what a huge performance it was for Nikola Jokic.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
Good shot, boy.
From deep, MP. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Pope's got 34.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles. Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
At the line for Toronto. One shot.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the team.
Gotta hit me. You gotta hit me. That was a good ass screen right there. I ain't gonna lie.
So no problem for Denver. They get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter.
Good, yo. Good. I should stay. I should have fucking stayed. Fucking stayed. Stupid ass nigga. Stop, boy.
That's right, MP. They can't stop you.
Yo. Oh no.
Solid effort tonight on both ends.
Box, buddy. Yeah. Stupid hell, boy. Stupid hell.
A lot of our fans in the house
Stupid hell.
tonight. Should feel fun.
Good boy, boy. Oh my god.
Like, this ain't just running around like a fucking ass nigga.
Bingo.
What?
Oh yeah, this game's ass. We chillin', bro. We chillin', bro.
He got that lame ass steal for that weak ass move you gave me, bro.
What that 3? I'm gonna get that steal off. Sure, nigga. For Rojo. Oh my god. ain't gonna lie, these niggas ass.
These niggas just running around like a fucking decade, bro.
Bro, that nigga is ass. That nigga walk and spit.
I hate this part,
That nigga trash, bro. These niggas so freaking trash, bro. These must be y'all boys on this court right here. What court y'all boys at? Where y'all boys at? I can't believe you lost some of bro. This is bad, bro. This is bad for real. I just lost some bombies. I'm done here. We ain't about to play in that bit. Nobody ain't trying to go 3-3. Hold on, nigga.
Objects in motion.
Are you scared of this?
Yeah, it is. It is 8 people in here.
Where y'all at, bro? Y'all at Fort? What? Got to get her. Y'all was, what was that? Well, send the invite to the party, groupie. I'm split. Bro, I'm not saying that. Well, I know what's back here, right here. That's it there. Devil in a dress, and there is a night here. I could have sworn it was she was right here. Oh, Reno, what's her name?
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony. Early on, Greg, the potential landscape of the NBA, very much open-ended.
An early win streak could really...
Next, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Williams comes in for Cameron Thomas. And it's Johnson in for D'Angelo Russell. The Nuggets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jokic. Pope comes in for Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Christian Brown. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Jamal Murray is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's MP. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jordan in at the 5.
Like, he didn't even fucking
5 on the clock.
That's insane, like, bro.
Williams for 3. Denver grabs the miss. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road. They found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last...
bitch.
Season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Johnson. That shot is off. Good defense by MP. Murray kicks to MP. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's MP. Johnson with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 9. Here's Melton. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
That one goes in.
This is fucking 1 and 2.
Johnson with it. No good on the last second attempt there. Cam Thomas getting it done for the Nets. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, guys, that they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off
We've got DeAnthony Melton. Nicholas Claxton out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's Johnson, and it's Williams at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies. Then on Friday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And that game against Memphis, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to find their form.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Richard, take a look at DeAnthony Melton's game, a combo guard, and size him up for us.
He's one of the combo guards that every team loves to have on their roster. He can hit an open 3, but he can also guard a #1 offensive player on the other end and take the challenge every single night.
You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard, and you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
Christian Brown's checked in for the Nuggets. Melton finds Johnson. Back to Melton. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Melton's got his second bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
MP deciding where to go with it. Bring it up for MP, a 3.
How about the confidence right there by young MP, just stepping right into that 3.
Now, here's Johnson. He had 15 points last outing. It's blocked. MP outside. Brown, the pass to Pope. At the elbow, Westbrook. Pass to MP. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Najee, no good. Brooklyn leading by 6. On the wing, Melton. Pass to Watford. Over in the corner, Claxton. 4 on the clock. Back to Watford. Off target from 3-point range. The Nuggets trail by 6. MP dishes to Westbrook. And it's Melton with the rebound.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
They get it back. Nuggets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pass to Brown. Here's Pope. MP converting the tough bucket.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Outside Williams. Over to the left wing. Here's Melton. Johnson with a screen on Westbrook. Melton's shot is good.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Astonagi back to MP. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, right? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Gulp the pass to Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharp.
Now we get a chance to check out Nikola Jokic. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in assists. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Here's Pope. A rebound by the Nets. Sharp's got 5 rebounds tonight. Johnson in the corner. Fires the 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
MP kicks to Murray. Back to MP. Close in, no stopping MP.
Great to see MP look for his shot, especially when he's near the hoop.
Nets leading by 9. Here's Watford, covered by MP. Pass to Johnson. Outside Thomas. Good defense by MP. The Nuggets trail by 9. Brown, the pass to MP. And here's Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Inside. Porter kicks to Jokic. MP left side. That misses off the back. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Milwaukee. Wilson against Murray. Pass to Watford. Thomas with it from past the arc. And it's MP with the rebound.
In the first quarter, he was raining down 3. That's not the case here in the second.
Floats it up for Jokic. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Nuggets 3rd.
Ball movement was one of the keys to what they did last season. Every squad talks about teamwork. These guys backed it up.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Watson's checked in. Nobody near Melton. Off target from outside.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
And here's MP for 3. Traps in the tray. MP's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Nuggets. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the middle. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got 6 points.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's MP. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
MP dishes to Watson. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Watson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Russell finds Sharp. Back to Russell. 52 seconds left in the first half. Sharp, the pass to Thomas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And that one's good. MP.
MP doing a great job letting the play develop, making the defense pick their poison.
Pass to Johnson. That shot off. Good defense by MP.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Outside Thomas. Sinks the triple. Thomas got 20 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. And coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let it roll.
That'll do it for the first half. Nets lead by 7. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot. The window open. Give it up for our contestants.
Happy you could join us. First up, let's talk about the Players of the Week. Shaq, you've won a lot of Player of the Week awards. Here's a question. Do you think 4 Player of the Week awards are worth 1 Player of the Month award?
Yes, and 12 Player of the Month awards are worth 1 MVP award.
And Shaq, do you know what 2 MVP awards are worth? 1 Steve Nash.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Nets.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch for. Does the defense extend to where guys start going inside?
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We've seen Cam Thomas really... And for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Trendon Watford comes in for Cameron Thomas. Williams, he's checked in for Milton. And it's Johnson in for D'Angelo Russell. MP finds Westbrook. Latrey. Rebound by Johnson. Nets leading by 7. So on the floor for Denver. They've got Michael Porter. MP out there with Jokic. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strawther in at the 2 spot. Pass to Johnson. Paxton a screen on Westbrook. Johnson, that's for 2. Denver grabs the miss. MP's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by MP. Westbrook's got 13 points.
This guy can put you in a spin cycle faster than anybody. Westbrook out here just breaking ankles.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. MP against Johnson. MP, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Johnson, that's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight. The Nuggets trail by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Denver passing it around. MP with a screen on Johnson. Back to MP. To the inside. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
Paxton a screen on MP from 18 feet away. He's off on that one. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Brooklyn ahead, up 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after. I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Williams is out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Johnson and it's Whitehead in a 2-guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. MP kicks to Westbrook. Buries the long-range jumper. Westbrook's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Denver.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Watford, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Here's Whitehead. To Claxton. Here's Whitehead. Johnson, the pass to Williams. In the corner, it's Watford. Wide open. And Brown pulls it down. Brown's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Westbrook finds MP to take the lead. And that's off the glass and in. And that's 18 points for Russell Westbrook.
A comfort zone for Westbrook. He still has so much confidence in his mid-range game.
Pass to Johnson. No good, unable to end this run.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Williams with the steal. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the board? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Martin's checked in for Brooklyn. Wilson, he's checked in for Martin. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordi Fernandez was telling the team. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes this game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Defensive foul.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Murray kicks to MP. The kick out to Westbrook. Shoots the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Watford. And Brown pulls it down. Brown's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. They grab their own miss. Pope the pass to Westbrook. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists in the game. Brooklyn trailing. Here's Williams. to Watford, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Timeout called, Nuggets. Both teams changing. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's MP. Book it! MP with a tough shot.
Talk about a guy who never gives up. MP showing great effort.
Russell kicks to Johnson. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Christian Brown comes in for Gordon, and Murray subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
I don't know what Coach said to him at half, but his shooting has been tremendous here in the second.
Here's Thomas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thomas got 24. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And another thing they've really excelled at tonight is protecting the rim. Shooters keep getting their shots swatted away by this squad.
It's good. And it's a three-point Nets lead.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Jokic kicks to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Back to MP. It's stolen by Johnson. Porter against Thomas. And the layup falls. Thomas got 6 here in this quarter.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Aaron. Now Williams. Pass to Johnson from outside the arc. Strother grabs the miss.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Watson, the pass to Pope. Oh, good with the triple. Brooklyn with the ball. 11-point game. Now Claxton. Back to Johnson. Outside Williams. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge.
Even the best teams lose at least 10 games a year.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic, and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP, and he will only be better with an expanded role.
game, MP.
10 games a year.